Привет! Today we'll continue exploring useful Russian questions and most common answers to them. If you're a beginner, you may treat it as a reading practice too. You want to be able to recognize these phrases, even though you don't need to learn all of them. So, out of several similar, you might want to choose the one that you like more and add it to your active vocabulary. Today's phrases will teach you how to ask for help in Russian. They belong to those cross-context phrases, and you want to feel confident saying them when you need to. Shall we start? Начнем. The first question belongs to someone who's offering you their help. In Russian, it'll sound as «Вам чем-то помочь?» Do you need my help? Once again, «Вам чем-то помочь?» If you do need help, then to answer this, you will say «Yes, please». «Да, пожалуйста». Pay attention to how you're supposed to read this word. Пожалуйста. Once again, да, пожалуйста. And if you can't say anything else in Russian, you can still ask if that person speaks English. How do you say it, by the way? Вы говорите по-английски? And if you don't need any help, you can say «Thank you, I'm fine». «Нет, спасибо, все хорошо». It literally means «No, thank you, everything is fine». So, you just learned two very important words. Спасибо, пожалуйста. We'll get back to them later. And if it is your friend offering you help, he or she will say «Тебе помочь?» A longer alternative that you may hear is «Вам нужна помощь?» «Тебе нужна помощь?» And if it is you who's asking for help, you can use one of the following ways to do that. For example, «Можете мне помочь?» This is a formal question. If you are asking your friend, you will say «Можешь мне помочь?» Once again, «Можете мне помочь?» «Можешь мне помочь?» Or you can simply say «Помогите, пожалуйста». Help me, please. And you're right, it does sound more urgent. Помогите. Or if you're asking a friend, помоги, пожалуйста. And one more option for asking for help. I introduced it in one of my previous videos when explaining negative questions in Russian. It means, could you help me, please? Though it literally sounds as couldn't you help me? Вы не могли бы помочь? Вы не могли бы помочь? If a person agrees to help you but needs some time, they may say, 1 minute, please. Одну минуту. Or simply, минуту. Or they may say, hold on. Подождите. Подождите, пожалуйста. It literally means wait, please. And if it is your friend who you are asking to wait, how would it sound? Подожди, пожалуйста. Actually, the word пожалуйста has several meanings. Apart from please, it also means here you are, here it is. For example, an officer at the airport is asking you for your passport. Ваш паспорт, пожалуйста. Your passport, please. And you say, here it is, пожалуйста. Or, вот, пожалуйста. You say вот when pointing at something. Here, вот. And another way you can use this word is to say you're welcome. Someone says, thank you, спасибо. And you answer, you're welcome, пожалуйста. As I said already, спасибо means thank you. This word comes from an old phrase спаси Бог. Бог in Russian means God. And with this phrase, you're literally saying, let God save you. Спасибо. To say thank you so much in Russian, you'll literally say a big thank you. Большое спасибо. Take a note about how you pronounce the word big here. Большое. If you have been learning Russian for a while and you're already familiar with Russian genders, you may notice that the word спасибо here is treated as a neuter noun, even though grammatically it's not. And that is why the adjective big has to correspond it, being neuter as well. Once again, большое спасибо. And the last one. There is a more formal way to say thank you in Russian, which has become quite popular recently. It sounds as благодарю. It has roots in Old Church Slavic language and means I'm giving or wishing you goodness, or it's simply a way of saying I'm grateful to you. Благодарю. Would you like to check yourself? Imagine you're about to leave the hotel you stayed at, but you can't find your passport. The receptionist sees you puzzled and worried and assumes that you need help. What would he or she ask you in Russian? They may ask, «Вам чем-то помочь?» And what do you say in case you are asking someone for help, but you have troubles explaining it in Russian? You may say, for example, «Excuse me, can you help me? I don't speak Russian. Do you speak English?» «Извините, вы можете мне помочь? Я не говорю по-русски. Вы говорите по-английски?» Say a person agrees to help you and asks you to wait for a moment. How can it sound in Russian? It may sound as «одну минуту» or «подождите, пожалуйста». And how do you say thank you in Russian? Спасибо. Or, if you want to sound fancy, you may say благодарю. Great job! Today, you've expanded your vocabulary with very important words and phrases. Even if you can't explain a lot in Russian yet, with the phrases you've learned so far, you should be able to communicate that you need help and you're looking for someone who speaks English or Spanish, German, French, and other languages. Stay tuned. Next time we'll continue with more useful Russian phrases. Скоро увидимся. Пока-пока.